I'm the collections manager of mineral sciences here at the museum, and my job is mainly to maintain the collection, keep it organized, maintain our database and catalog, and also handle any paperwork regarding transactions with the minerals, such as loans, destructive analysis for research, donations, that type of thing. Well, this is actually the main mineral collection of the museum, and in this room are approximately 150,000 mineral specimens. Many of those are micromounts, which are small specimens, but these cabinets here contain our hand specimens, which are larger minerals and rocks. And a real strength of this particular collection is minerals of California. We have, as far as we know, the largest, most extensive collection of California minerals, which makes sense as we're the Museum of Los Angeles County. So we actually keep the California minerals in separate cabinets from the rest of the worldwide mineral collection. So all of these metal cabinets along the wall here are California, and they're organized geographically from Northern California down to Southern California, and then around the corner there we actually have all the way to Los Angeles County. So we get sort of farther away from home, and then we end with right at home. So this in particular is San Diego County, which we're very, very strong in Southern California minerals, not as much in Northern California. But these are some of my favorites because the Peninsula Ranges are loaded with pegmatite, so the minerals are beautiful, and I never get tired of looking at them. So for example, some of the minerals here are my favorites. These are tourmalines. This in particular is the Himalaya mine in Mesa Grande. And as you can see, these are just spectacular specimens. Not good enough to be part of our display, but again, this represents 100 years of collecting at this mine, and so just having it here as a resource is fantastic. These are both tourmaline, elbaite tourmaline. So just to show you a couple more things, again, these are elbaite tourmaline from the Stewart mine in Pala in San Diego County. So really, really beautiful specimens, but again, they aren't just valuable because of the lovely tourmaline crystals. These pegmatites actually have a lot of rare minerals too that are of particular interest to geologists and other scientists. So we have not only aesthetic specimens, but for example, we make an effort to collect rare, unusual specimens. And again, these are not always as pretty as the tourmaline. These are, I think, lithophilites. We try to have as complete a collection from a locality as possible, so we want an example of every mineral that is known to be found at a particular mine. So that's just something we really make an effort to try to know what we're missing, and then make sure that we eventually acquire that material so that we have, complete collections. You want to have the full context. If you want to know what is going on geologically, you do want to have as complete as mineralogically complete as possible. So again, we don't really even, right now, we don't necessarily even need any more tourmaline from this mine. I think we have enough probably to keep people happy for a long time. So, but we don't necessarily have all of the rare phosphates, so we still are on the lookout for those. Well, how do you choose? That's a beautiful crystal. Again, not good enough for display, so this is, in theory, waiting here in case somebody does have a scientific use for this mineral. Whether that day will ever come. For example, this is all boron, which is, they're not the most beautiful minerals, but for Southern California, they're a very important, important mineral, and we do have a really good and large collection of borates from boron. Then moving here, we have minerals from Death Valley, and let's see, again, Kern County over here. So they're this is geographic, so we're basically going north to south here. And I don't know, these are Anza Borrego desert minerals. Again, California is it's a large state with really, really diverse geology, so the rocks and minerals are very diverse, and even in one little area, one part of one county, you're going to get a huge change in the types of rocks that you see. Again, we were on a subduction zone for many millions of years, which means little bits of island arc are smashed into the coast, and so you get rocks right next to each other that are not related at all, other than they're smashed together. So, you know, it's really quite fun to see these drawers and just to see the range of specimens that you can get in one place. This is just to show you another piece out of our drawers. This is a bonitoite specimen from the Bonitoite Gem Mine, San Benito County. And we have a lot of this material, and it's important. This is California State Gemstone and is the only occurrence in the world of this mineral in larger crystals. So it's a really unusual geological setting where you get these veins of natrolite, and inside the veins are rare minerals like bonitoite, neptunite, waukeanite. Obviously the blue crystals are the bonitoite. This is the vein here of natrolite, the white material, which is normally dissolved away to expose the larger crystals. The black is the neptunite crystals. I think there's some tiny orange crystals here that I think are waukeanite. And yeah, again, just a really unusual geological environment. This is like, I don't even understand it, exactly how this formed, but definitely a result of California's location on the subduction zone and strange metamorphic rocks and hydrothermal activity interacting and creating an environment where we're unique in the world. You know, there is bonitoite in other localities around the world, but not like this, not large crystals that you can see that are so finely formed. So obviously bonitoite is one of our favorite minerals here since it's a California mineral. So again, this is a fun piece that shows the matrix, the host rock, the vein, and many different associated minerals. So this is a fun specimen.